You are listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source. Fresh, new music, right here on the all-new GHP Radio, your new independent music source.
And the door will be open. Seek and ye shall find. Ask and it shall be given. Jesus never lied. If you think that you can get there without an ounce of faith, you got a hard road left to travel until you're done. When Jesus said you ask not, and then you ask amiss, your victory can never be won. Oh no, knock and the door will be open. Knock, 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 knock. Seek and ye shall find. Knock, 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 knock. Ask and it shall be given. Knock, 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 knock. Jesus never lied. Knock, 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 knock. If you want to know the fullness of what the Lord can do for you, just ask and he's a true and mighty friend. Yes, he is. You got to know he'll walk beside you until the very end. Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel from the lion's den? Oh no, and the door will be open. Knock, 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 knock. Seek and ye shall find. Knock, 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 knock. Ask and it shall be given. Knock, 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 knock. Jesus never lied. Knock, 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 knock. And the door will be opened. Seek and ye shall find. Ask and it shall be given you. Yeah. Shout hallelujah to the end of time.
Lord, forgive me of my sins. I'm a sinner with a bottle on a mission for a throttle. Self-destruction is the motto. Didn't want to follow or listen to no role model. Till I hit the bottom, now my ego I gotta swallow. You said if I came knocking, you would let me in. My heart is pounding in my ears, hoping you forgive me of my sins. Cause you done seen every step that I done took. And when my spirit was ready, it knew exactly where to
If you
look.
think I don't know what I preach, then don't pay heed to me. Just look at what my Father did for Paul. If you don't believe he's got your back, just try it and you'll see. He'll answer whenever you call. Knock and the door will be open. Knock, 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 knock. Seek and ye shall find. Knock, 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 knock. Ask and it shall be given. Knock, 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 knock. Jesus never lied. Knock, 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 knock. And the door will be open. Knock, 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 knock. Seek and ye shall find. Knock, 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 knock. Ask and it shall be. Knock, 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 knock. Jesus never lied. Knock, 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 knock.
What it is, y'all. What it is, y'all. This be the universal question. We seek the answer.
Picture the world with me. This is what I see. Justice, equality, racial harmony. What can one person do? I'm one, you make two. I will stand with you. Together we are better. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my brother, for you. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my sister, for you. Picture the world with me. This is what I see. No war, no poverty, ethnocultural harmony. I heard one person say, love will make the way for peace and equality. This encourages me. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my brother, for you. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my sister, for you.
Yeah, we're thinking globally, we're acting locally. Want somebody, tell me what it is. Yo, practice like that does not bend, but if you bend your mind, you just might find a friend.
Find a friend. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my brother, for you. What is color? What is race? Sweet love. Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my sister, for you.
for the world. Then down the line, he came with a smile. He was a king, and she was a queen under the moonlight. Your eyes won't believe what your mind can't conceive. Nights over Egypt. Nights over Egypt. Nights over Egypt. In September, and girls that swirl to the music. Nights over Egypt. Women fell the heat, wear veils to be seen by no one, no one, no one. Take a caravan across the Sudan, Sahara beside, it's just a mirage. Oasis in the sand, where life once began under the moonlight. Your eyes won't believe what your mind can't conceive. Nights over Egypt. Nights over Egypt. Nights over Egypt. In September, and girls that swirl to the music. Nights over Egypt.
Everybody knows there's something in the way we shine. We make it look easy, the whole world could fade away. We still live every day in the light and never pay it no mind. Ever since I saw your smile, I knew you were the one to get me to stay a while. Let a little fire grow and never put it out, like sunlight shining through catch my flight. Gliding on a cloud, and now that we're down for life, nothing fits the way we do. I know you tried it out. No one else can hold you down like I do. And I know you know it too. No, it's true. I'm gonna love you forever, and that's no lie. Nothing shines so bright like we do. Loving you's easy, loving you ain't no lie. Ain't no lie, no lie. It's in the way you hold me and never let me go. Don't let me go. I can't see myself with no one else. With no one if loving you is wrong, I don't wanna be right, baby. It's you. It's you. You know it's true. I'm gonna love you forever, and that's no lie. And nothing shines so bright. Yeah. Loving you's easy, loving you ain't no lie. Ain't no lie, lie, lie. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna love you forever, and that's no lie. No lie. Like we do. Loving you's easy, loving you ain't no lie. Forever and ever. When my baby smiles at me, he drives me crazy, makes me hazy. I just can't see. When my baby, when he smiles at me, drives me crazy. Everyone can see. When you when my baby looks my way, it brings the sun out, always seems to brighten up my day. When my baby, when he smiles at me, drives me crazy. Everyone can see. When you smile, when you smile.
Let down my guard for tonight. It's one of those nights where you've been all my life. You smell so good and you're dressed up nice. You know I'm so hooked. You got me shook, baby. You drive me crazy. You want me to chase you in the fast lane so I can get next to you. Through stormy weather and rain, you remain in my brain. To be with you, I'll do anything. When I'm with you, love taking chances with you, and every night and day you're making me happy, so happy, it's satisfying. Oh baby, when you're not around, I missed you constantly. The same about me. You're driving me oh so crazy, but in a good way. And for you I will do anything. To you, I'm in love with you. Oh, I'll do anything. I'm into you. I'm in love with you. I'll do anything. 'Cause I'm in love with you. I'll do anything. I'm into you. I'm in love with you. I'm into you. I'm in love with you. I'll do anything. I'm into you. I'm in love with you. I'll do anything for you. 'Cause I'm in love with you. I'll do anything.
Yo, what's up? This is Johnny B. And it gives me great pleasure to be doing this track with one of my biggest influences, a young man from Jamaica, Queens, New York. His name is Mr. Tom Brown. down. Tom Brown. Johnny B. Low.
Hola, hola.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Gary Fuston, and welcome to GHP Radio, the Indie Live Spot. Thank you for tuning in. Hope your week is going great. Well, let's get something started. Are you ready?
It's GHP Radio, the Indie Live Spot, with your host, Gary Fuston, with co-hosts CTK and Von Coulter. Are you ready?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indie Live Spot. And I hope everybody is having a great weekend so far. And we're very excited today because we have a special guest today. And we're going to be talking with her. And I'm talking about Neily Dickerson is in the house. Welcome. Welcome to the show, Neily.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys for having me. Can you hear me good?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Absolutely. Yeah, welcome. And of course, CTK, you doing all right, brother?
Oh man, another day in sunny California.
All right. But anyway, yes. So we are very excited about you, Nelly, being on here. We've heard a little bit about you, but we're going to hear a lot more from you.
My thing is going.
So I hear you, the who's who, know everything up in the gospel industry, and of course I know it's just so much things tied to you from what I read, and so just welcome to the show, and it's an honor to be talking with you today.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I appreciate it.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about your background, kind of let everybody know kind of what you do, because where you stem from, because man, after I read all of this stuff about you, it was just so good to hear about it. So I'm so excited to talk with you.
So we can start at the beginning, or we can start at the gospel beginning. So let's start at the gospel beginning. The gospel beginning was I started in 1992 working at a label called Sparrow, which is now Motown Gospel, randomly.
Wow.
So I was working with a lady named Vicki Mack. She hired me. She knew my mom, and I had just come back from school. I went to Howard, wasn't successful that first time. And I was depressed. And my mom said, my daughter needs a job, hire her. So she hired me to be her assistant. And so we worked with Daryl Coley, Sandra Crouch, Richard Smallwood, and some Tremaine Hawkins, and some really big artists, BB and CC.
Yeah.
We were a part of the Handel's Messiah project that Quincy Jones did with a lot of the artists, the Hallelujah song that they still play every Christmas, which is a great song. So was a part of that. And then the label, Vicki went to do something else with the label called Gospel Centric, and so she didn't have budget to keep me on staff, so I went to work at Perspective Records, which Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis label. And so I worked there for about a year and a half, and then later Vicki called me back and said, I got budget now, can you come work with me? So I was like, yeah. So I was I eventually became the vice president of marketing and promotions and artist relations, and we had Kirk Franklin and the Family, Kurt Carr and the Kurt Carr Singers, and God's Property, Trinity 5-7. And so then in 1997, I started my own company called the Indie Company. And it's basically a play on the word independent, which so many of us use, and it's my initials happen to be Neily Dickerson, ND. So I just took it and made it mine, so that's part of my brand. Nice. And so I started my own company, and I got a call from a gentleman 3 months before I started my company. He was like, hey, I need you to do the marketing for this Karen Clark Sheard record. We're finally doing a solo record on her. And I was like, Okay. And so Island, through Hiram Hicks, has started a gospel division. And so they did Karen's record. They did Bishop Jakes. I don't know if you guys remember. He did an album called The Lady, Her Lover, and Lord. And he put a book with it, and it was a soundtrack. So we did the marketing for that. And then they were one of my clients. And then I also worked with Electra.
Oh wow.
Yolanda Adams and I were friends being in the industry, and so she said she was told me she was working on something, and she said, when I do it, I want you to do the marketing. So she went told Electra, you got to hire this woman to do my project. So I've been working with Yolanda since Mountain High Valley Low, the Open My Heart album.
Yes.
So every album from there, worked with her on her projects, did the lead for marketing and everything for her. The last record I worked with a great lady who does radio as well. Her name is Kathy Carroll. So she did the radio. So we did like the grassroots. So Kathy did the heavy lifting, and we just did the little secondary to make sure all the holes were plugged. If anybody said, I didn't get the record, we just made sure to support her in that way. So Kathy did a knockout job on working the last record Yolanda had, and we just always, because of the relationship, we continue to support. And so when Epic, because I worked at Perspective and I worked at Mainstream, because I worked at Capitol, my first job was at A&M Records with Herb Alpert and Jerry Moss when I was young. That's the very beginning.
Wow.
And so I knew a lot of radio guys that would do radio, like Paris Ely, Benny Pugh, just a lot, Jesus Garber, people like that. So when I left and went to do gospel, I became the gospel girl. So whenever they needed a gospel singer work, let's call Neily, let's call Neily. So they called me to work. Mariah Carey had a song called Fly Like a Bird. So we did that. We took the lead on that record. And when Kanye West released Jesus Walks, we took the lead on that. We got a lot of little kickback from that one, because it was a line when he said, if I want them to play Jesus Walks in the club, hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, pastors say worse across the pulpit than that. So y'all gonna have to get over that. And y'all say worse to me, like radio programmers were trying to be judgy. I was like, don't do that. Because when we have personal conversations, we go a little harder than hell yeah, right? So we were part of that project. And then God blessed me to be able to work in movies. So my first job, one of my other first jobs when I got back from school was, my mom used to work. My mom is a part of my foundation of all of this, because she used to work at Casablanca Records. Now I'm taking you far back.
Oh man, yeah.
But she worked for a guy named Pete Jones, who used to run BMG and RCA. But they also worked with Cecil Holmes. So my mom knew a whole bunch of people. So she was my foundation and helped me start a part of my foundation. But
that's so awesome.
So she worked at MGM, and they did a movie called Meteor Man. And so the woman who was the executive producer with Robert Townsend, her name was Laretha Jones. She now works with Queen Latifah, and she used to be the head of BET. And so they were doing the Meteor Man project. So my mom told her, give my daughter a job. She needs to be a PA. Just give her a job. So I got into marketing movies. So when Laretha went to, she was working at Paramount, and she was a part of the team that helped head up the Fighting Temptations movie with Beyonce and QB. She hired me to be the lead on the gospel side, and to make sure, because it had that theme in the movie, right?
Right.
That they didn't forsake that. So we were the lead. My company was the lead on that, and then I got hired to work the Prince of Egypt and Tyler Perry movies, different soundtracks and things with that. And then a friend of mine who was a PR person, she always wanted to make sure that African American films like Ray. And different movies like the what else did we work on, the Gridiron Gang, it's a movie, like a whole bunch of movies. They wanted to always make sure that grassroots foundation was targeted, because I think we even missed that. For like example, I went to see a movie last night, because I'm a movie buff. I went to see a movie called Only One Night, right? One Night Only. That's what it's called. It's called One Night Only, and it's predominantly black actors, but LeVar Burton is in it.
Oh, okay.
But they don't use that, right? Yeah. So if we, who used to watch the PBS show with LeVar Burton, The Reading Rainbow, if we see him, we'd be like, yo, we're going to go see that. But a lot of times companies miss that. Like, if you just show him on the screen, that'll pique somebody's curiosity. So when your kids are going to see Spider-Man, the adults can go across the hall and maybe see what LeVar Burton is doing in this movie, and it's actually a cute movie. So
Absolutely.
that was one of the things that my company has been able to do with companies like Paramount and Warner Brothers and Fox and stuff like that.
And
So
what's the name of your company?
the Indie Company. It's a play on the word independent and
That's
Neely
what you said
Dickerson.
there.
So the Neely Dickerson Company or the
Uh-huh.
independent company, which can help you take your company to grassroots for African American stuff and gospel. I don't. It's not limited to gospel because, like I said, we worked on Ray, which was a big deal. We worked on the Fighting Temptations. We worked on like a lot of movies that have been cool. Like we worked on a movie with Denzel Washington. The I can't think of the name of it. Freedom Writers. We worked on a lot of
Oh
different
yeah.
movies that had heavy themes, and people wanted them to know what was going on. So we've been able to like, hopefully, because a lot of times you make a movie about black people, but you don't market it to the black people.
Yeah.
So
That's
then you say
true.
it's a flop. Like, why is it a flop? Because you have to invite me to the party. And then
Yes.
I'll
Oh,
come. I need to know that you're
Exactly.
partying. And guess what? We're going to come do a line dance. We're going to do something.
Yep.
We're going to bring something. So that was one of the roles that we got to play, which was even beyond being gospel. It just was being smart.
That is so cool.
and there's a lot of great stuff happening there, and
Yeah.
positive stuff that has impacted our culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so it's been a
Absolutely.
blessing.
So,
Wow.
so working in the gospel aspect of it, are you strongly in that right now? Is that what you're currently in one of your many projects? Is that what the focus is right now? That you're in the middle of completing a gospel project, or working in that area kind of heavily right now? Or-
Absolutely. So I manage a couple artists. I manage a guy named Terrell Hall, and he just released his album, which is really well. So we're getting ready to go to radio with a record, with a single from his album. I just asked a couple programmers, which song do you think we should go with? Because sometimes you think and then sometimes you need to ask them, what will y'all play? So managing him, working with a young lady named Lexi. She's a big social media influencer. And so going to be working with her. Started managing the family, who used to be Kirk Franklin's The Family Group. So I'm managing them as well now, and really excited about that because they have new music out. And of course, when they go out and do dates, they have the privilege of being the singers of Why We Sing and Now Behold the Lamb. They are actually melodies from heaven. They actually are the sound that was created. Not that other people can't sing it and make it sweet, but sometimes you just want that authenticity
Of course,
from
yeah.
them. So working with them, and that's exciting. And also working with a guy named Josh Bracey. We had a couple of number ones on gospel radio. So excited about that, and that choir music. This is going to sound really weird to say that choir music is now making a comeback in gospel music, because there was a time at programming being done by a lot of urban AC programmers. The choir sound for them was kind of like, yeah, like it was kind of like pushed to the back burner. So then a
Right.
lot of but so audiences kept going, wait, well, why you not playing Hezekiah Walker? Why you not playing this one? Why you not playing that one? Because that's what they want to see. And when you
Yeah.
go to church, that's what you hear, right? You hear
Exactly. Yeah.
choirs, so you got to give them something to sing. So
Yeah.
excited about that. And then I started a gospel chart called Gospel Top 40. And so we've been, in October, we'll be 4 years old. And that is a chart to bring, for us, it was because a lot of artists now are just single driven.
Yeah.
They're not full project driven. And then even on the mainstream side and urban side and the gospel side, they wonder why they can't tour. Well, you got one song. You need catalog for a tour. Because
That
other
makes
than
sense.
that,
That makes so much sense.
so at this point, you just giving us one song. We need the
Yeah.
catalog. So you mad because you can't go on tour with Yolanda Adams, Marvin Sapp, Fred Hammond. They got songs from
Yes, indeed.
years. Fred Hammond got commission songs. He
Yes.
got
Oh, yeah.
RFC. He got his choir songs. He got his solo project song. That's catalog. And the people, the generations who have been listening to him for years, gonna be calling out songs. It's like going to see Frankie Beverly and Mays. He don't have to sing.
Right.
We could just start the track and give us
Exactly.
that first line, and we got you. So until you get to that
You make
point,
me happy.
right? This you can tell. We got you.
I was
I think
wondering.
your shirt probably made me think about that. Go ahead.
I was wondering if you ran across any family members of mine. You ever heard of MC Nice, Al Hamilton? He does. He's a radio a host for a couple of gospel shows. He also did the Jammies. He was on Netflix. He did an animated cartoon series called the Jammies. But he's like
Wow.
a rapper, but he's known as MC Nice
You gonna
as
make me go
well.
look up the jammies because I love a good cartoon. And
Oh
so,
yeah,
but no,
yeah, oh
but a
yeah, oh
lot of
yeah.
times, the industry for us is big and so spread out. Sometimes if I see somebody, I'll know them versus
Right.
their name.
Mm-hmm.
And so, one of the things like with our chart that we're trying to do is make sure it's all inclusive. And a lot of times, we were getting resistance to gospel hip hop. And I don't even like to put gospel in the front of hip hop. If it's hip hop, it's just hip hop, and you just give me the message, and I'm gonna appreciate it, right?
Yeah.
Hello, yeah, there you go.
So for me, I just think like a lot of hip hop artists we listen to beyond Lecrae and some of the others, but I will definitely look for him. So with the chart, what we've done is try to make sure that it doesn't only reflect the same people,
Mm-hmm.
and that independent artists do get to see themselves as well, because media base and billboard is great, but there's really no community. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? You call the people, you say, hey, this is my single, you put it in the encoded and all the stuff, but is there anybody really spotlighting these people? So we've given people a space where they can feature a single for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We have we've done some really creative things. When you go on to the website, we have on air personalities really being involved in it. So we're building a community with radio and artists that used to be old school, where you really kind of connected with them. And not that hasn't been happening, but after the pandemic, things kind of like
Kind of went down.
they kind of
Yeah.
went weird. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I was
and
gonna
I
ask you
think
what's the temperature of the climate for
Mm.
this kind of gospel to be back out there again? What is the climate for that right now? Is it?
so. I'm gonna say this one thing about if the industry at large is frustrated, and then urban is frustrated, gospel is more frustrated, because we're like literally unfortunately the low man on a totem pole, but we're the consistent man, right? So if you're
Mm-hmm.
running a race and you're on the track and pop is sprinting and hip hop is sprinting and urban AC is sprinting, gospel never stops. They just
Mm-hmm.
steadily running around the track. And then all of a sudden you'll get one song that'll pop up, and then it'll make everybody go pay attention to gospel songs and see what else is
Mm-hmm.
out there.
Mm-hmm.
But we never stop running. So that's the one thing that that you can say about gospel music. It is always on the track, sprint and running, and
Yes.
steady pace. So it is. And so like right now, everyone this weekend is getting ready to go to the Stellar Awards, which is the award show for us, like the Grammys of gospel.
Yes.
And they're going to be in Charlotte this year. And people seem to be really excited. I'm not going to go this year, but it seems to be like Kirk Franklin is hosting the show. So I'm sure it's going to be a big deal for everybody to be there. And I think it's going to be in Charlotte for a couple of years. So they're going to go to the South, which is now, Charlotte is the new Atlanta. Where I love Charlotte. Matter of
We
fact,
need
I
a
really
new
do.
Atlanta. Okay.
But yeah, Charlotte is really
The old
dope.
one's getting too biblical. We need a new one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, those are a lot of the things that I'm engaged in now, and just working on some things that I really want to create, and coming up with creative ways to do them, to be impactful and make an impact with us as a culture, as a people, and spiritually in all the ways.
That's
Fantastic.
fantastic.
That's
Yeah.
good stuff. Great stuff.
Yes, it
Great
is.
stuff.
My
Thank
goodness.
you.
And you also,
So
I did see you had a lot of involvement with the um, what was that show? The show on
Sunday
BET.
Best.
Yeah, Sunday Best on BET.
So Larita Jones, who I talked about, who worked on the Meteor Man show, she was the president of BET at one point, the head president of programming. So she called me one day and she was like, "Hey, did you ever watch this show? Have you ever seen our show called Sunday Best?" And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of watched a few episodes." She said, "What did you think about it?" I said, "You want the real answer, or you want the
I was going to ask you about the
politically
CD underbelly.
correct answer?"
That was going to be one of my questions. The CD
I said,
underbelly.
you want the real answer, or you want the politically correct
The
answer?
real,
So
yeah.
Larita's from New York, so she
Okay.
was like, "I want the real answer." So I was like, I think it could be better. I'm curious as to how you got to the singers, what the vibe is, and all the things. So basically, she hired me to do the marketing because she said the first year the turnout for auditions was low. And so she was like, "I want you to tell me what your plan would be, and we're going to execute it." So that's exactly, I gave them my A plan, and she was like, "Give her the A plan."
Yeah.
And so we were in a meeting, and we had auditions, and thank God the auditions turned out well. So the first city we went to was Atlanta, back to Atlanta.
Okay.
And so they were like, Well, we only had like maybe 1,000 people show up in all cities the first time. So that's a combination of all the cities they went to that had 1,000 people. And I said, okay. And they was like, well, how many people you think are gonna show up? I said, in Atlanta alone, 2,000. And they was like, no way. I was like, okay. I mean, I'm not. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen. So, because what I did was they gave me what I asked for, and I did what I needed to do. Because again, you have to invite us to do a
Yes.
thing. And once you invite us, if you invite 10,000 of us, at least 1,000 gonna show up.
Yeah.
So I did all my things, did all the things. So the auditions were supposed to take place Friday and Saturday. And we had auditions in the convention center. On Wednesday, they called the network and said, there's people showing up for auditions. Where do we tell them to go? So in Atlanta alone, we had 6,000 people show up for auditions.
Wow.
We had to
Wow.
make up audition spaces for them to audition because it was so many people, and we only had 2 days.
Wow.
Now, are these singers who's auditioning exactly?
Singers to be on.
For
It was
gospel.
most of the just solo because Sunday Best was a solo vocalist
Right.
show, like American Idol. So it was all singers.
Yes.
And you get them from you get the funny people, you get the serious ones, and you get all the things. So I actually created their audition process, which became a thing, like an event, because I incorporated again community for the audition process. So it was really dope. It was fun. So I worked on Sunday Best for 10 years, like from the season 2 through the end.
Okay.
So what is that, 9 seasons? So it was really cool. I was a producer. I started out as a marketing person, and then they elevated me to talent producer, and then I became ultimately a producer on the show overall. So it was cool.
That's so
Well,
fantastic.
now you've given us the beginnings of the gospel from the beginning. Now, give us the beginning of Neely.
Oh, the beginning of
Where's Neely
Neely.
from? What was your
Neely,
surroundings? All that
Neely
good
was
stuff.
born in Memphis, Tennessee. How about that?
All
That,
right. All
that
right.
seems about right.
I was born in Memphis, Tennessee, but I wasn't raised there. So, but if any of my cousins hear me say if I don't say I'm coming home, they be like, "When you coming home?" I'll be like, "I'm home." No, you're not. Memphis is home. So I was born in Memphis, but I was raised in LA. So at 9 months, we moved to LA. But my great grandparents were still in Memphis. So every Christmas, all the summers, I would always go to Memphis. And I don't think besides Louisiana there's any place hotter than Memphis, Tennessee. I don't care what nobody say. It's a nasty heat. That's just
Yeah.
so but that's where I'm from. And I was born in Memphis around Stax and all the political civil uprising that we had. I was a part of that. And every time I go to Memphis, I always think like, wow, this is unfortunately where Martin Luther King died. But this is where Martin Luther King died, fortunately. So it makes people think about that, hopefully, and want to do better, be better, and continue to lift every voice and sing.
Yes. Yes.
So that's the beginnings of Neely, and then we lived here in LA. And again, my mom is a part of my beginning. My mom was a background vocalist. And so, you do all the music stuff. You want to be a singer, all the stuff. So you get over it. And then she got offered a job to go be somebody's assistant. And then it kept evolving. And so she started in music as an assistant. And then she started working at MGM. And she was the executive assistant to a guy named Ashley Boone, who was the head of marketing. And Ashley Boone is responsible for the big movie blockbuster marketing. That was his thing because he did that on Star Wars.
Oh wow.
I
Yeah.
actually have one of the original Star Wars posters in my house.
Wow.
And so she worked with him, and then she got elevated to work for the president of MGM, who was a guy named Alan Ladd. So she worked with him for a few years. And so
Not related to Cheryl Ladd, right?
no,
Alan
Cheryl
Ladd?
Boone. So Ashley Boone is related to Cheryl Boone. That was his sister.
Oh, okay.
And so, so then my mom, my first job, I didn't want to go to college right out of high school. When I graduated, she said, well, you got to work. So one of her best friends was the head of human resources at A&M. And she was like, yo, my daughter needed a job, a reception, whatever you needed to do. So she gave me a job, Brenda Freeman. Gave me my first job in the industry. So yeah, I've been doing it since then. So those are the origins of Neely.
That's
You
beautiful.
said high school. Where in LA did you migrate to? When you came to LA, what area did
Oh,
you settle in?
we lived in like Baldwin Hills, like near the
Oh,
Dons.
yeah, okay, yeah.
And then we moved to Lamert Park. One of my, so basically in those areas. We lived in Inglewood for a minute, but then we stayed in Lamar Park predominantly.
So he gonna mess with her. She ain't gonna mess with her. She LA connected. So I ain't gonna give her nothing else. She can be good, okay?
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
What a great story, though. I mean, my goodness, that's a lot. You've done a
Especially
lot.
right out of high school, Gary.
I
She's talking
know.
about springboarding right out of high school, and I bet you couldn't wait for them doors to open up.
You know what? When I went to high school, let me just say, I'm without dating myself, and you know what? I'm gonna date myself because I'm glad to still be here.
It's okay.
But when
Amen.
when I started working at A&M, I think I was making like $300 a week in the 1988. What? $300 a
That's
week?
good money.
That's all my money?
You know?
That's
A
good money.
week. I'm not saying every other week. A week, and then working at A&M. What my concept of a label is so frustrating because Herb Albert and Jerry Moss created a community for the whole staff
A&M, yes.
that
Yeah.
was second to none. Like we used to have, like they would do crazy stuff like that would be beneficial to the staff. So if by chance they had a meeting right in the studio on a lot, if they said we're having a meeting and we're ordering lunch, if they had ordered lunch, they would order lunch for the whole lot. Now you have to understand they had the production staff, the legal staff, the accounting staff, and these are like staffs with at least 20 people.
200. Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
feeding everybody. We would have softball games against other labels. So it would be A&M against Warner Brothers, A&M against RCA, and then all of us would come. This was the energy of labels back then.
Yeah.
We would have picnics. We would have label picnics. I got T-shirts from when we would have label picnics. They would give away hats.
Wow.
And now this is really the part that messes me up because you know how every industry has their perk. One
Yeah.
of our perks in the industry was tickets. So when people would say be in concert, we'd be like, "Hey, you got tickets for this? You got tickets for this?" Because the label would buy a gang of tickets. So when Sting first released his albums, his solo albums, Sting was on A&M because the Police were on A&M, and then of course he
Yeah.
moved to do his solo albums on A&M.
That's right.
So the first albums, A&M would send out a memo at about 12, and it would be an in-house, inter-office memo. You know, the ones that used to have to travel around through the mail system.
Yeah.
So they would send out an email at 12 and say, at 3 p.m., if anyone wants to fill out this form, if you want to go to the Sting concert, we have this many tickets left. Put your name down and we'll list it, and then you will get a thing with your tickets. I went to see Sting in concert 2 nights in a row. Like, because we just had the tickets. I would call my friend. Like, we used to, like, be like, people know about artists because I would have CDs. You know, like that we like CDs and cassettes. I'm dating myself, but we would have, and I would give them away, and then talking about stuff, and you would hear stuff about people, and they'd be like, "Oh, I need to get that album. Oh, I need to like Sting. Oh, I need to like the Police." You know, so it was word of mouth and promotions as much as radio. As it was a cycle that worked, right?
Yeah.
And so now, when you just say you have. I posted it on social media. The problem with that is that somebody else is controlling our algorithm.
Yep.
And so people that I follow who are my real friends, I don't see stuff that they write sometimes, and that gets frustrating. Like I'm like, I didn't know you were doing so and so. They like I put it on Instagram. I'm like, who cares?
Right.
I need you to call me. I need you to like when we're real friends. I mean, like when people say I'm your Instagram friend, are you really my friend now? Or do we just follow each other and
Good
keep
point.
up on that level? So yeah, it was a totally different industry vibe back then. Even with radio, the vibe was just different. And Herb and Jerry Moss, rest his soul, just created a vibe and an energy that was so electric. And it really was a family. Like our Christmas parties were ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Like they would take, so they were on the A&M used to be at the Charlie Chaplin studio. And so they had a whole sound stage. And I remember one Christmas, they turned the sound stage into like a beach vibe Christmas. And we would take pictures with Santa on a surfboard. It was crazy.
Oh
It
my
would be so much food. But it was for us. It was, and of course, we spent money on the artists and stuff, but they showed staff appreciation. They showed
yeah.
the team that without you, we can't do this. And they took it like on Secretary Day, everybody would get a rose. Everybody would get everybody come have lunch. It would just be that kind of vibe. If an artist did something and they made merch,
Yeah.
everybody would. It wasn't like, oh, you get one because you work in this department. Nope. Everybody
Everybody.
come get one until they ran out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, if they ran out, it was nothing you could do because
Sure.
people would take two. But it was just a whole different energy, and that's a part of what I want people to experience when they experience what I'm doing. Whether it's from a marketing perspective, whether it's people that work on my team, that's the energy and the spirit and the kindness that I want people to experience when they work with me or when I'm doing something.
I love it.
Fantastic. Love it. Love it. So it's good that so you're basically championing. That's a hard word to say.
It
Championing
is.
the indie artists, and I totally salute you and respect you heavily for that. Because
Absolutely.
as an indie artist, as being an indie artist as well, it's hard for us. We can't afford these expensive marketing campaigns that run into tens of the thousands and all that. But to have someone to be an advocate for the independent artist is an absolute plus.
Yeah, I think one of the things I try to get independent artists to do, especially again in gospel, is to manage their expectations. Expect things, but to manage it. Don't think, oh, we're gonna put this out, and then in 5 months it's gonna be this. Probably not, because you have to realize. Like, I'll use a mainstream artist on the other side. Like Usher been singing since he was a baby.
Oh yeah.
So of course he has built a catalog of music from his first album to now that people want to hear. So don't be frustrated if your single at that particular time is doper than what Usher put out.
Right.
Usher just makes me keep my radio on.
That's right.
You don't help me keep the radio on yet. So you have to be sandwiched in between Usher and Barry White.
There
You
you
have
go.
to be sandwiched in between Barry White and Aretha Franklin, and then Kehlani. You know what I mean? It has to be an evolution of who you are, and just to be like, okay, I'm gonna have fun doing it. And I think one of the things that artists miss out on, and I don't know if it's generational, and I kind of will say that, is communicating.
Oh yes, yes.
And
That's so
it's like,
different now.
like artists will tell me they're shy. I'm like, well, how can you be shy and you're an artist? Like, it kind of just doesn't go together, because
doesn't.
you're gonna have to do an interview. You're not just gonna sing.
Right.
You're gonna have to talk. You're gonna have to interact with people. You're gonna have to be social. So if you're none of those things, it's kind of gonna be hard for you to
Yeah.
be an artist, even an actor. Even with you're gonna have to interact with people and have a personality that's welcoming. We ain't gotta be friends, but you gotta at least be welcoming. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Welcoming,
And so
yes.
if you're not welcoming, if we're not able to connect with you, like, why are you here?
You're
That's such
dropping
important.
some. It is, Gary. It is. You're dropping some great gems and jewels and breadcrumbs of how artists can get their stuff out there. What would be your advice to an aspiring gospel artist that is starting out that wants to get out there? What is the first thing they should do or focus or concentrate on?
The first thing
I know
I
the
would
gospel
tell,
thing is extremely competitive. I think that's more competitive than any other
you know
platform.
what? I will agree with you, because gospel artists can sing. It's a different kind of sing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so if you
yeah.
can sing, you got to really be able to stand up. But I think, honestly, now I'm not trying to be spiritual, but to be a gospel artist that really wants to make, you really got to be a saved and a Christian, like,
Amen.
because
That's
that's
right.
what you're promoting. And if you're not, you just got to be a good manipulator. Like, I
Yeah.
hate to say these things, but because if you're not, we'll be able to tell.
Oh yeah, like your girl from In Vogue who tried to turn that album into a gospel album. Who was that? Who was that? I can't remember her name, but it did not get received very well at all.
Oh,
She was one of the singers. I think it was In Vogue.
really?
She sang for In Vogue, and then she tried to. She was in the middle of doing the album, a solo album, but at the last minute tried to turn it into a gospel album, and I can't remember what label it was released on, but unfortunately it crashed and burned because people could see through that. Like you said, it has to be very real and very authentic, and the people could tell it wasn't very authentic.
Yeah, because what's going to happen is your first breaking ground is at a church usually, or in a church environment. And not that everybody in church that is wonderful, but at least you need to know the process, right? So I think that that's going to be a part of it. And I think too, you just, again, like I said earlier, you got to pace yourself, and you got to be okay with being famous in your church, famous in your city, famous in your state, famous in your region, and then grow it out.
Yeah.
I tell people all of that. If you're not, like, if like you're in San Diego, if a guy named but he's not, he doesn't matter, but I'll use him as an example. It's a guy named Dwayne Woods, who had a really big song called "Let Go, Let God" that PJ Morton produced. But before Dwayne became what he is now, he had to start somewhere, right? And so I tell people, I tell artists all the time, if you're not the baddest thing in your church, and if I come to San Diego and I don't know you, why do I want to know you on a national level? Like Lena Bird Miles is an artist that started in Oakland, California. Everybody, I can go to Oakland, everybody knew who she was. Everybody knew. So then she had to become famous in LA. So now she's signed to Warren Campbell's label. Famous in California, and I would talk to people, Charlotte, different people. You know Lena. Oh, I don't know her. So then you have to grow it out, and a lot of artists don't want to take that time to do that. And you have to your point, you have to have the money to be able to go to different events, to make yourself available to go to different churches and activities and stuff like that, and be available. And to your point, labels. I recently told some artists, I know if you were signed to a label right now, you wouldn't be saying the label should, because one of the things that I really realize, I have to point out to artists, when you guys were complaining about labels asking you to help support your marketing effort, you should have been saying, okay, cool, let me make some adjustments so that we can figure out who we really need to take with us with this $25,000 they're giving us for a marketing budget versus it needs to be 50. Why does it need to be 50 when it's their money and you haven't input in any of yours?
Yeah. Yeah. That makes so much sense.
True realities.
Yeah, so but I do think that those are some of the things that gospel artists need to do, and just take your time and really, really, really find your voice. I don't like when artists tell me I want to be like, I'm like Yolanda Adams. Well, Yolanda Adams got Yolanda Adams, so who you gonna be like? I need you to authentically be you. That doesn't mean you don't have to be influenced by her,
Right.
or influenced by somebody, because we'll hear that. But she got that, so I don't want you to do it like her. I want you to do you. And if I hear a little bit of her, I'm not gonna be mad at it. But I just those are some of the things. I think you need to be authentically true to who you are.
Well, there's some good tips there for sure. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Wow. Well, I don't know what else to say. you covered it. You covered
after everything
it.
she said, Gary. And you just see all the smoke and
You
ashes and
know,
everything.
she covered it.
Covered it all.
It's the truth. Oh my goodness.
So now, how did you guys come together?
Well, it's another gentleman that used to be with us together for, actually, me and him actually was together for at least 20 years. We kind of, came on the internet market, I want to say around 2002. And so after me and Ray, bless his, rest in peace, but he, after we did that for several years, online radio marketing and doing everything for the independent artists. Then within, like, so I'm going to say about 10 or 12 years ago, we finally started connecting with the live stream thing. We started doing this live podcast stuff about 10 years ago through YouTube, and so that kind of brought our faces, from our listeners that used to listen to our radio station. They, kind of brought a face to them and everything, and then of course, CTK, you came along aboard with us. What it's been?
Well, I first met Gary. Well, see, Gary is so humble. Gary, talk about catalogs. Gary is a very great writer and producer, and he has so many songs. He's a great writer, and we connected. I did an album, my first album, my second album. I did in 2020. That's when we met
Okay.
around
Yeah.
2020 because I
Yeah.
was a guest. I was a guest on his
That's
show.
right. That's right. Yeah.
That's how we met. And then he started asking me to co-host, guest co-hosting. I was sitting in for other people.
Mm-hmm.
And then since then, Gary and I had done some crazy projects together to where we created one persona called of gangsters that are out of the 30s and the prohibition days. We were called WPD, what players do. That's what WPD is. And we were doing videos and doing stories of our record company was across the street from a mob record company. And so we were in competition with that, and it just grew to like three episodes. And but we do a lot of music together, and we do projects together on the side as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've been known. I've been knowing him since 2020. That's how we
Okay.
kind of got together right then. And then the great guests that we were fortunate to have on the show and share everyone from the Whispers to Ramley from Earth, Wind and Fire, people like that. Lynn Roundtree, guests like that. We've had an opportunity to interview and meet. So that's how we kind of got together, and we're still doing that. And the latest thing I got coming out right now is one coming out. Scoop Gary is on that one, and we have music out together as well. But he's my friend, and my partner in crime, and we laugh a lot and we have a lot of fun. But this is what we do, and we're honored to have guests such as you yourself.
Yes.
Very educational for these
Absolutely.
people to know what's going on, because we really haven't had a gospel tip or anybody to tell us what's really happening or what it actually would take for someone to try to break into that type of genre. So there
Well,
you
thank
have
you.
it.
I'm honored to be here, and it is a fun to talk about the genre and to talk about what we do over here. It's nothing. It's the difference is the message. We try to present life and hope and encouragement, and not that that's not done in mainstream music on some level, but we offer a different kind of life and hope and soul salvation. So that's what we hope people are connecting with in the song, and that's part of the difference.
Now,
Is the offer.
was there a connection with you with some house gospel music or something like that?
No, but I love it. Now, I don't know why you brought that
Yeah.
up, but
Yeah.
I love, let me tell you what. So when I went to Howard.
Okay.
And when I went to Howard, although I'm from LA, I would always end up at the house parties. Like whenever somebody, like they had floors at Howard, they had this club that had different floors, and I would always end up on the house floor. So people would always think I was from Chicago.
Yeah.
And I would be like, no, but I love house music. And when I worked at Perspective, we needed a remix on one of the Sounds of Blackness songs.
Oh, cool.
And I didn't know Steve Silk-Hurley, but I was a fan. And I was like, oh, can we get Steve Silk-Hurley on them? They said, if you can find him. What? That's just the thing. So I
Yeah.
found him,
Wow.
and he did remixes for us on Ann Nesby songs later and stuff. So I
How
love
cool.
house music, love it. So you ain't, but you thinking like about something that I'm working on that I want, because there's gospel house out there, but I just want some to do something special. But I love house music.
Yeah. That's great. That's so great. Cool. Well, Neely, it's such a pleasure to talking with you today. Gosh, and
Well, thank you guys. I'm
Indeed.
glad to be here and glad that Andre worked out this opportunity for us to be a part of. It was great to be a part of his event.
yeah, I was gonna say
that he had.
congratulations to you too for accepting an award there as
Yes,
well.
indeed.
Thank you. I was overwhelmed. I didn't know how he even found out about me, but it was an honor to be considered and to be a part of the class of 2025, I believe we were, or 2026. I don't know how he does it, if he does it the year after, the year before, but to be a part of the class and to be a participant in that, and to be, I think whenever I get an award, I used to be like, oh Lord, I'm getting old, but I really look at it as God giving you a thumbs up about what you've been doing. Like,
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
see you. I
Yes.
see you.
Absolutely.
And he allows people he uses people to show us that. So
That's right.
it was a great opportunity to be there, to experience all the other people, and to just keep going, to get my thumbs up, to keep moving.
Well,
Absolutely.
Neely, keep bearing that torch and keep shining that light,
Yes.
because we love what we're seeing. and we can't wait
Thank
to see
you.
more.
Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful weekend.
You
You
too.
too.
You too.
You
All
too.
right.
And
And
thanks for coming again.
yes,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye bye.